All right. So I'm starting this part 2 because our live just disconnected after like 5-10 minutes. So sorry about that, guys, and I'm sure a lot of the main regulars are going to come on back. So my name is Anuhazi. And I'm here on YouTube because I created a channel about spiritual awakening and ascension. I went through my own life of exploring a spiritual journey, a spiritual path, because I knew that there was something that was not right in the world, and in you would say spiritual beliefs. There was something wrong, something not off, something not right in religion, and you sense it, you feel it. So thank you guys for coming back. I was about to tell you I was going to make a part 2 if it got disconnected, but it didn't give me a chance. It just disconnected. But you guys know this happens, and usually if it happens, it usually only happens once. Like, it shouldn't disconnect again. It says excellent connection. And I could do a speed test and it'll show a great connection. But anyways, no, Robin Kirk, we all got disconnected. So I had to restart this is part 2. So yeah, you guys, I went through my own spiritual journey, my own spiritual awakening. It's not like it's something you're just over with, right? This is something that grows, okay? Like I said, if you're not able to teleport or telepathy or, see and feel energies, supernatural things, you always have some more to learn. Those things are possible here on planet Earth. We just have to re-evolve ourselves and re-remember and reclaim ourselves. So I only said that because you're not done. We're not done awakening. We're not done evolving. So thank you guys for those of you who came back to the second part 2. That's what this is, because we got disconnected. I apologize. It's just something that happens every once in a while. So, but yeah, this video is about spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening. You could say enlightenment. We awaken. Because before we were not aware. We were sleeping. Not remembering, not living in mindfulness. You didn't even know what that was before. You didn't practice meditation before. You didn't live on a special diet. You didn't know what was unity or Christ consciousness. Indigo Wizard, what's up, brother? I might get lit tonight, just so you know. I might be there with you, brother. I just want to see the connection go past 20 minutes. When it goes past 20 minutes, the connection will pretty much stay here. It says excellent connection, so I just have something weird with my router. And there's nothing I can do about it unless I replace the router, which is a $750 router. So that's not in my potential right now. This is why I got to deal with this BS situation. But, or even better, move to Vegas. And I had this idea. When I was on medicine, I had a stream of visions and ideas. It kind of makes me excited to start talking about it. Because you guys know that I want to be in Sedona. That is the ultimate goal. And have eventually a resort there. I mean, not resort. I didn't mean resort. I mean retreat. A spiritual retreat. It's going to be on a few acres of land because I want there to be experiments and energy and consciousness going on. I mean, I'll have the studio there. I'll have interview people. This is going to be like a network broadcasting station. Other people will be becoming part of the Christos Avatar network, and it will be all based on Emerald Order, love and light, unity, Christ consciousness. But I will do a GoFundMe soon, probably after the holidays. I don't have time to do it this month, but I believe that there's something big. Like, we're going to grow into something big on Christos Avatar. And, for example, I incorporated, okay, so I'm a corporation, Christos Avatar Corporation, and it came into, one of these visions was, I need to sell stock. We need to make money together. A mutual thing, a mutual benefit. People invest, we're all experiencing growth. And so I probably should make a whole video about money because people are going to trigger what I just said. They're going to trigger. Did you hear what I said? Mutual benefit. Yeah, I will have a GoFundMe to get my ass, to help get my ass in Sedona. I mean, maybe I'm supposed to stay in Vegas. I don't know, because it seems like Sedona is a small city, man. It's a small city. It's very expensive because it's a tourist area. But, you know, so I'm weighing that. But if there's a whole bunch of people who are now part of the Christos Avatar network, we're making money together, we're making investments together, we're growing together. There is nothing wrong for a starseed or an indigo child to be financially independent. There is nothing wrong, because this is part of your spiritual awakening, okay? There's nothing wrong with having money. Like I made the analogy in part 1. There's, like, if you had a handgun, what is a Christic being going to do with the handgun? What is a criminal going to do with the handgun? What is a Christic being going to do with money? What is a 3D person going to do with money? Okay? And think of this way. Money is consciousness. Money is energy that has been twisted and corrupt. We're not going to use it in a twisted, corrupted way. Well, people will still disagree with me. And that's okay. They're not getting unity. They're not getting energy and consciousness. When this whole thing, this entire reality is made of energy, is made of consciousness. And when I make videos, I get some religious people responding. They keep talking about God when they think Yahweh is creator. They keep talking about a soul, but they have no idea what is an actual soul. You see what I'm saying? And it's all about transparency. It's not about people donating and not getting anything in return. Okay, this is what we're going to grow into. This is what I'm going to grow into. And so I will figure out what my monthly expenses and what my expense will be to live in Sedona. And so this is going to be a manifestation. We're going to make this happen. And I'm going to be, I don't know what's going to actually happen on the political stage, on the global stage in 2025. But I'm not going to not make plans because something could happen. We don't just stop living. We still, if there's war in the world, we don't just put everything on pause. We don't just give up. We still work on growing and expanding and multiplying. I was still stuck on the location. What if it's not Sedona? Why is Ashiana moving? Ashiana knows something. If she's moving from the Gruel point, she knows something. If she was extremely going to be a guardian, she would tell us why she's moving. If anyone knows why, maybe she has and I just don't know it. If she has said something why she is moving, can someone please share that? Message me. Let us know. Because if there's some horrible thing that happens, like tsunami, like water, if you've seen the future maps, there's some future maps that show California's gone and just water. Part of Arizona is gone in water. Part of Nevada is gone underwater. Okay, so that includes Sedona. But like I said, I can't sit there and live in fear. We don't all have the luxury of guardians whispering in our ear and telling us, warning us, because obviously Ashiana was warned about something. So she's going to a safe place. Where's that safe place? According to the insider knowledge of the Emerald Covenant. So it's a big deal when you think about it. As long as we're safe, wherever Christos Avatar spiritual retreat is going to be, it needs to be in a long-term safe place. Because I want to build pyramids. We're going to have pyramids, dude. We're going to have meditation pyramid chambers. We're going to be working on technologies that evolve, like experimental technologies. Okay, think about it this way. The world will be changing. There's all kinds of changes, and some people are awakening. And those awakening people know these old systems don't work. But like I said before, we're not going into the dinosaur days. We're not going into no electricity days. We're going to be using computers. We're going to be using, technologies. But also, doing things differently. Like different types of technologies, not the same technologies. What does some advanced Pleiadian race do? What does the advanced Lyran races do? What do they do on planet Sirius B? How do we do things differently? This is why we come together. It's not one person making these decisions. There's not one person considering what to do. It needs to be an enlightened group effort. And I'm going to California in April to the Alien event for one example, or whatever events, where we're handing out business cards, where we're networking, we're finding other like-minded people. Let's make money together. Let's make territories together, retreats together. Have a retreat in Hawaii, Kauai. Have a retreat by Machu Picchu. Have a retreat in Sedona and Las Vegas. We'll have different retreats. It's a giant mutual fundraising affair. Now, I won't make my whole life about this. I just wanted to mention that. And get your guys' feedback. Write to me. Write to me on the members area in Discord. Write me an email. Send me, because this is real. All of these downloads, all of these freaking things happen for a reason. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm not going to even mention all the things I saw and I'm going to do. Thank you for patiently hearing me out. We don't need to be poor. We don't need to be broke. We don't need to be having issues with money. I made that mistake. I made the mistake to say I'm not going to worry and focus on money. Look at my situation now. I didn't manifest that, because I didn't plan that, because I spend 100 hours a week making videos. It's not enough. We have to do more so we can reach more and help more. We can help more if we have healing facilities. We can help more, reach more when people can physically come together. We need people to physically come together in a safe place. Those are my thoughts. That's where my thoughts are going. It's not about having control and power over other people. It's about helping and assisting. And yeah, we will even have our charities. We'll have charities and helping people who need help. You know, we'll be very responsible, spiritually enlightened group of people, man. I'm going to be networking with a lot of people in 2025. A ton of people. We'll be traveling together. We're going to have a team. We're going to have a priesthood. Did you hear what I said? We're going to learn all the knowledge we can about the Emerald Order teachings. We know there's the different priesthoods. The Azerline priesthood, the Lemurian priesthood of Mu. There's different, why not have special temple? Why not have special crystals, special arrangements? And people who want to be part of it, we're going to have a priesthood. We're going to have robes or whatever we come up with when we're in our celebration, when we're in our ceremony, when we're in our prayers, and with the guardians, connecting to guardians. We're going to be inviting the best healers, the best psychics. It's exciting, man. This is going to be changing. We're not standing still. And we're going to make a ton of money together. We're going to have a ton of resources together. It's not about one person, a king, or a leader, some guru. It's about us, the tribe, the indigos, the star seeds. Why not? You need a place to crash? Come to our temple. Come to our 10-acre, 50-acre, 100-acre retreat. And let's make changes in people's lives, in our lives, and other lives. We'll have our own freaking food. We'll be completely self-sufficient. We'll have our own solar power. And we'll have computers and other technologies too. We're going to come into this compromise of coming together in new ways and some of the old ways, but letting go of a lot of the old paradigms. Thank you for hearing me out. Bless you. It's true, man. It's genuine, man. This is the space. I come from we're all awakening. We're all awakening and coming from a space of love and wanting to make a difference. This is what we do, man. This is how we roll. We came from fourth dimension or fifth dimension or sixth dimension to 3D. Not to be lambs, not to be limited. So, sorry, my neck. Like, I was homeless. Amber talks about it too. She's been there. A lot of us have been there. Indigo's been there. Some of you I don't know have been there. I lived in the wilderness for almost 2 years. No, it was about 2 years. We don't need to. You see what I'm saying? So we find ourselves being off balanced. Light workers, empaths, psychic people. We don't need to be ignoring finances. We need to be balanced. We need to be secure. We need to have bank accounts. We need to have resources. We need to have investments and be aware of finances. Not ignore that stuff. And who knows? Maybe we will replace the coins and the bills. That will come up in our round table, where everybody's equal in the round table, making decisions together. You know, because I'm not an expert in all that stuff. Some of you who are going to come part of it will be experts. Expert healers, expert psychic, people who are expert in the Emerald Order teachings. We'll have a few teachers. We'll be preserving these teachings and be experts in teachings, not about me or Ashana. It's about, I want to see a lot of Emerald Order leaders. We need to be leading and being representatives and literally connecting to ETs of the guardians and the councils out there, the Guardian Alliance. Bringing your, you would say, higher selves and my higher selves, our team higher selves, they want us to come together. Let's come together, homies. It's going to happen. I know it. Let's do it. Machiwa, whatever happens in the world, we don't just stand idle, we don't just do nothing, we don't just give up. Elephant tusks. What were the circumstances surrounding your off-grid living? Basically, I used to make good money. I was self-employed. I had a company. I had an office. I had an internet business. I sold cutlery and self-protection weapons, like pepper spray, like stun guns, tasers, self-defense, protection, protect yourself. That was the original idea. But I grew into stuff that was popular. Police batons, police-related stuff, handcuffs, only because I was in the security business. Knives, hunting knives, camping knives. But I started getting into spirituality. And I was starting to realize my path was somewhere else. So I made a financial blunder. I sold the business, and the money that I got from the sale was given over time, not all at once. So that kind of messed me up. But I agreed to that because I knew I was definitely needed to switch. I wanted to switch to a new business, but I just didn't do it right. I just sold it too early and didn't plan to switch to a spiritual business or to do what I'm doing now. And so I lost my income after I spent the sales money from selling the business. If you guys want to see what I used to do, it's called weaponsuniverse.com. Weapons Universe. I might still be on that site under the brass knuckles, under the video, because I made a brass knuckle video. Brass knuckles. So that was my business, and I sold it. And it just all crashed. I didn't have money to even move out. I couldn't even afford U-Haul. And I was crying, and I was like asking people to come and buy some of my brand new furniture. I had stuff I never used. Here, who wants to buy some of these crystals? Eventually, I just started giving stuff away, but I had to walk away from this house and go live in a desert, live literally in my Camaro. So that's an answer to your question. Don't need to do that. I don't need that. When our soul wants us to go in the right direction, well, it's going to throw some problems in your life, so you're not going to be going down the same old patterns. I was going through the same patterns. I used to have like 8 employees at one time. Then it went down to 6, and then it went down to 3 or 4. Then it went down to 1 employee. And then it went down to just me. And then it went down to me, holy shit, look what's around the corner. Okay, I have only a few $1,000s left, which I had to use to buy survival gear because I knew I was going to start boondocking, and I still didn't have enough. I still froze my ass off. It was still hot in the summer. It wasn't fun, but everything started shifting. Everything started changing. This is where I found the UFO, or had the UFO experience, excuse me. This is where I had an opportunity to go to Hawaii. That didn't work out because of the people involved. I was invited, I didn't know at the time, a narcissist, a big-time narcissist. And then I got moved in back to America. Hawaii is still America. Back to the mainland, aloha. And then I went to another narcissist who wanted to help me out. This narcissist was 3 times worse than the other narcissist. What am I doing living with people? So I went back to being homeless again. I would rather deal with that than deal with the abuse. But everything started shifting. Everything started going towards me learning about these teachings and having the ideas to start sharing it in social media and start teaching what I know. And so when I look at all of that now, I see that as it was supposed to happen. What the F was I doing in Ukraine? But that was supposed to happen. I started having my first extrasensory, psychic perceptions when I was in Ukraine. So, I had to fall down in order to go back to the right direction. Because I would probably still be selling weapons. No guns. I didn't sell guns, man. I just sold blowguns, crossbows, knives, swords. I sold a lot of swords, police batons, billy clubs. Yeah, it was all about self-protection, but I'm sure some people were using that, not protection. This is what drove me to change my life. I did not want to sell something that would hurt someone else, even if some people were doing it for good. What am I doing? It just all happened for a reason. So you guys will find that maybe within your own life, things will have to be dramatic, crazy. My house burned down in 2010. That was spirit getting me somewhere else. This was a time in my life where I was living with my dad, and my dad had his cousin living with us. It was his cousin that started, there was some bees near the house on the porch because there was a bunch of carpet on there. My dad used to be a carpet layer. And then he decided with his brilliance while he was high to go start a fire because he knew the smoke would chase away the bees. It started our house on fire. It burned. It happened so quickly. I was in the middle of sleeping. There was 4 cats on my bed sleeping with me. I saw the cats jump up, and then I'm alerted myself, because I heard this loud shattering sound. This was the fire shattering the windows of the house. And then I started seeing fire and smoke outside my window. OMG. I had to lose everything except for my truck, which was in the carport, but we still had to push it because I didn't know where my keys were. So I asked for help to push it out of the garage because the garage caught on fire. There was explosions. Must have been gas tanks or something. So Imagine you in your life losing all your possessions, all your clothing, everything. That happened to me. Wow. No warning. So becoming homeless was just another level of that. That was a difference. That was 2010. I became homeless probably 2019, 2018, 2019. So I'm not even saying it was all bad, because it was nice to get in the sunlight, to get in the light outside all the times, fresh air. Thank you, Elephant Tusk. Sir Madison, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Stardust Goddess, sister. TK, Fabian, we need to do what we were passionate on and turn it into profit by providing services for good people in an honest way. I do sales and business a lot in my daytime. Brother, you said it. And I remember what it was like, So eventually I will be, like, for example, I sold a couple of crystals this year. But the other business, I could do a few $1,000s in sales in one day. And, it got up to a point where it was like $8,000 in sales in one day. And like it was a whole month of $8,000 plus. So in one day, that's insane. So, of course, that's all bye-bye. And all that merchandise had to be sold and sent to the new owner. And so, yeah, I agree with everything you said, man. It's all about energy. And what TK just explained is the energy I'm talking about. Yeah, there is corruption in companies and corporations, but look at the owners. Look at the people, the 3D consciousness running it. Look at their agendas and their goals. Our goals will be nothing like their goals, man. We're not into corruption. We're into Christ consciousness and unity. We're into integrity and honesty. Even honest about ourselves. We're going to have principles. Okay? So if there's going to be people saying a bunch of shit about money, that is on them. Okay? We're not following some twisted, distorted agenda. And so that's how our life needs to be. Our lifestyle. Our habits. Because if you think about it, it is the church who is brainwashed people. You need to be poor while they are getting rich. While they have lavish lifestyles, but everyone's supposed to be meager and not have security in a bank account. You're supposed to be poor. You guys, this is part of your spiritual awakening. You can live where you have all your resources met. You can live in a nice house. Look at Ashiana. Her house is being sold for over $1 million. Right? Isn't it $1 million house? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. People can have prosperity. You can have prosperity. You can have wealth even. So, for example, what are some of the millionaires and billionaires doing with their money? Right? If we have millionaires and billionaires and trillion-dollar corporations in the world, why do we still have poor people? Why do we still have hunger? Why do we still have sicknesses and diseases? If there's so much wealth, right? You see, there's impoverishment for a reason. They want there to be different classes of people. Especially when you're playing with in their rules, in their game. You want to play outside that. Do things differently outside their control. So, thank you guys for that feedback. Thank you for that feedback, TK. Let me see if there was any more. Like, right? I would love to meet you guys in person. But it has to be safe for everybody. Safe for me. Safe, for people I don't even... Some people want to meet me in person. I don't meet someone in person. Wait till we got this safe place together. And then we'll start talking about meeting each other. Any star, bless you. I was just seeing what people's feedback was, so thank you guys for, and yeah. So there will be a day where I don't have to ask for donations, where it will be based on just traffic in YouTube. I will be able to survive off of that, but also it'll just be a whole nother spiritual entrepreneur. That's what I love, that term, spiritual entrepreneur. And I don't mean new age entrepreneur. I mean spiritual entrepreneur. And if I was wealthy, I would love to financially invest in other spiritually minded people. Like help them get their projects off the ground. When the 3D world thinks they're crazy and idiots because they're talking about energies that they don't believe in. Okay? There's no one supporting this type of stuff. No one's going to help out New Agers like they think we're New Agers. They're not going to help out this type of stuff. I mean, obviously Ashiana's doing well off. Why not the rest of us do well off? We're going to put our minds together. We're going to create a successful spiritual group. It's going to be a group mind, a group effort. No, it's not about me or one person. So it'll be about the round table type of concept. That's what these healings, some of the grid work is. That's how it's called in our teachings. It's called the round tables. Equality around a round table. There's not a head. So I've been watching this Dune series. I really got into Dune. I loved the movie when it came out when I was a kid, the original movie. But this new Dune is freaking. I don't know, man. It's just amazing to me. And you see it all. Most of these movies play out good versus evil. So there is darkness and there is light. Trying to fight, but and it does have some Messiah concept, but that's the only thing I don't like about it. But besides, it is talking about spiritual beings, spiritual psychic energies, visions, to have visions. Paul Atreides has a visions, and but all these what are they called? I don't know why I just suddenly forgot about it, but oh, come on. I'm a Virgo, and when that kind of shit happens, bullshit. Before I checked, it's Jenna Bezeret? Wait, Bene Gesserit. Bene Gesserits. Bene Gesserits are supposedly like psychic people, but people will call them witches. Maybe they're witches to some people, but the church doesn't like you having psychic about powers. They think there's something wrong with that, even though they have people with spiritual gifts. It's okay for them to be psychic because it's spiritual gifts of the God or the Holy Spirit. It's not coming from you. That is actually the propaganda of Reiki. They will teach you it's not coming from you. At least that was the class that I took. It's coming from some universal source. Life force is God's energy, but it is the conscious being who is part of God who is where it's coming from. Like they want to say you're just little sheep, you're just processing the energy. It's same with that TV series called His Dark Materials. They called them witches there too. You know, people are going to call those witches. I think there's an issue with matriarchies and patriarchies. All women, all men. There's something wrong with that. That's a distortion. Big time. Hardcore. I could raise my voice right now, but I won't. But you'll still see people getting in their women-only spiritual groups. Men-only spiritual groups. Go for it. Machua. So, spiritual awakening is literally about you going into extrasensory perceptions. If you're just a 3D person your entire life, you're staying in the same place. You're meant to have psychic abilities. You're meant to have visions. It's not a paranormal thing, it's a normal thing. But on this planet, it is paranormal. Because you're taught that, people don't even believe in it though. Like, I can sit here and talk about my experiences. You guys will get it. Other people will not even believe it. I don't need them to believe it. You know, we don't actually need people to believe. But we're sharing our experience, and I would love to hear some of your guys' experiences, you know? And I can share my experience. We can talk about these things. So, a spiritual awakening. You're awakening to something. If we want to be articulate, we say you're awakening higher consciousness, higher awareness, compared to only 3D consciousness and awareness. That is extrasensory perception, psychic perception. The whole concept of psychic has nothing to do with 3D world, because if you're perceiving something from the 3D world, that is not psychic. Unless it's telepathy and you're both in the 3D. But psychic is generally perceiving things in other higher realities. From this reality, from this standpoint, from this level, you start to see other levels, other realities. You start to see, feel, hear higher realities in some format. And we say awakening, how you can do that is because of the DNA. And I just made a video about that. One of my many videos I've been releasing is the junk DNA, the dormant DNA. You're literally... Now, I saw a few people ask how. I thought it was obvious, so since it's not obvious, I'm sorry. You go on a spiritual journey so you can become extrasensory perception, so you can see higher selves. But it was a small, short video. I couldn't explain all that. I'm just going to plant seeds. Plant seed. That there is a part of your DNA, we're not evolving to something. You actually already are that thing. So what's happening is you're reclaiming what you already have that's dormant. Make it not dormant by going on a spiritual journey and opening chakra. Yeah, we need a Merkaba and we need a plasma body, but it is the chakra that helps you remember yourself. So you're asking me how? It's the chakra. That's how. That's the answer to your question. How to have psychic abilities? The chakra. How to remember yourself? The chakra. How to see angels and aliens? The chakra. Open the heart chakra center. Open the throat. This is fourth dimensional consciousness. This is fifth dimensional consciousness. This is sixth dimensional consciousness. You want to see and perceive and have thoughts and energies and experiences from the fifth dimension? Work on your Blu-ray. And I had another question regarding Blu-ray. They're thinking it's the 13th dimension. No. There's a difference between blue flame and Blu-ray. If there's 15 dimensions, there's 15 rays. The blue one is 5 dimension. The blue flame 13 dimensional is actually pale turquoise ray. The 14th dimension, pale gold ray. The 15th dimension, pale magenta ray. The blue ray is 5D, the throat. And there's a 10th chakra, that's a dark blue. So there's actually 3 kinds of blues. Get the right one. Blue, dark blue, or pale turquoise. Because turquoise is a greenish color with blue in it. So there's 3 types of blues. And which one you visualize on is the ray that you're connecting to. And a ray, a dimensional light spectra, is consciousness. So you can say you're activating your heart consciousness. That's a people. That's a race. That's a DNA strand. That's a chakra. You see all the correspondences. So, and if you guys were part of the Emerald Order tier on my membership area, I have a whole bunch of articles, and some of them are about the different rays. They talk about the rays. Like, before I even was teaching all this stuff, I thought that was all a bunch of New Age stuff. Of course, New Age sees it differently than we do, but the dimensions are the things that are called rays. The fourth dimensional ray is associated with the green chakra, so we call it the green ray. Fifth dimensional, associated with the blue, fifth chakra, the blue ray. Indigo ray, violet ray, gold ray. The diagonal one is silver ray. Dark blue ray, dark silver ray, or dark gray ray. I want to check Cathara to see what she calls it in Cathara. The white ray is Christos, baby. Below that, in the middle of the earth, is the pale turquoise ray. 3 feet above your head is the 14th chakra, the pale gold ray, and then the one in outer space, like way, way out there, is the pale magenta ray. And those rays these are called chakra or Templar. They create something around your body called, people call it the aura or the light body. Guardians, you can say that, but we also call it those are called Particle fields. We have a green particle field. We have a blue particle field. These are part of our aura, our light body. And if you guys want to practice on seeing aura, like put your hand out. Let's say if you look at your index finger. Don't look exactly at your index finger. Look to the side and then look at it with your peripheral. Well, not that far though. Look off. Look like around here. Instead of right here, look off of it, off of your hand, around your hand. And you'll get used to, you'll start subtly seeing some energy field. And believe it or not, if you're the type of person like me who needs glasses, you could still do this with glasses. That's not going to make it not work. You could start to see it. Now, if you look directly at it, it's gone. It could, most likely you won't see it the same way. That is what you call the whites of your eyes can see. It's not just your pupil. And that's actually some of your ascension symptoms. When you can start to see with the whites of your eyes, or even with your eyes closed, and you can see with the eyelids down, that's this chakra activating, the heart chakra. And it's talked about in angelic realities. There's a part in here that talks about the fourth strand activation symptoms that you'll experience. So, and I'm sure if they haven't already done it, you guys, please share the links to these books so people can check them out. We always have newcomers, right? So let me just keep checking chat. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here with us. Yeah, it's December 10th. And I still got to make sure I get out of a Christmas story video. I'm definitely going to do that. Come on, I got to do that. Mike Sand. Sit in pitch black, no sound, and watch your inner light come out. It's crazy. Yeah, and I've talked about that before. It's about, but you can go beyond that. Okay, it's because what happens is, if you close your eyes, the third eye still picks up light from your skin. The skin is bringing in light still to your third eye. So you have to actually sit in a dark room, even if you have to cover the door so there's no light coming in, or cover a window, or be in a room that doesn't have windows and completely dark. And use silicone earplugs. Forget the foam earplugs. That's ridiculous. Get silicone, soundproof. They're more soundproof. You could even start hearing your heartbeat. I usually don't want to hear my heartbeat. That's a distraction, so I take them out a little bit if I have to, like a little bit, pull them out a little bit. But and also a big thing that will affect that is if you're doing a fasting while you're doing complete dark meditation in the complete darkness. And I've mentioned it before. There's actually retreats that you can go to where they have a completely 2-day, 3-day dark room. You're in a dark room for 3 days. Why can't you just do that at home? Why do you got to pay someone to do that? And you don't eat. Now, you will definitely have profound psychic experiences if you are in a dark room, complete dark room, have earplugs, you can't hear nothing, and you're fasting. You guys, if you don't believe in spiritual things or psychic things, you do that. And maybe even do plant medicine if you want to. I don't say you need to go that far, but you could do that. You will have supernatural paranormal experiences. I can almost guarantee you that. And people are putting the mushroom, and that's another powerful, profound way to see these supernatural paranormal things. And if you're like completely non-spiritual taking this stuff, then you're going to have probably a bad experience, because you cannot comprehend those higher dimensions. It's going to be translated to you in a negative way. If you're high vibe and you understand the spirit world, you understand what these energy beings and consciousness is doing, you understand what you're actually seeing, You're going to have a blessed experience. You will have a powerful, profound, supernatural, godlike experience. And I've had many of those in the past few years on mushroom. The weird thing is, my life has been so hectic and so busy this year, I haven't done medicine this year. Unless I forgot I did it in early, like January or February, I just don't remember. But I've made notes. It wouldn't be too hard to find out by looking at my notes, because I usually tell you guys my experiences when I have one of those. Yes, always think, like Celine says, you could try asking the guardians through intention. That's the powerful thing, intention. People are not used to charging stuff with intention. Charging your life with intention. Make intention. It's not hard. Make intention in your life. Write down in some notes. Okay, I have this intention, I have this intention, I have this goal, I have this objective. Don't run out of goals and objectives and intentions. As soon as you get through them and you run out of, you got to keep on adding more intention. Live your life with intention. You will have a profound, powerful life that you're in control of, not just being controlled by circumstance or wherever it guides you or distracts you. Now you have intention. Now you're focused like a laser. You see it. You imagine it. You experience it. You're going to draw that to you. Affirmations, baby. Intentions, affirmations, prayers. And I don't mean praying to Jesus or to Yahweh. Oh, people are doing that. We're not doing that. We're praying to our, and you can change the word prayer to communicate. I communicate. I pray to Elohai. You learn who Elohai is. It's not Elohim. Elohim is a fallen version of Elohai. I'm not connecting to Elohim. I'm connecting to the positive version, to Elohai, the blue flame, the 13th dimensional emerald order, myself in the 13th dimension, your avatar in the 12th dimension. How about that? That one's pure white. The guardians, blue flame guardians, are pale turquoise. We don't say blue, we don't say turquoise. It's specifically pale turquoise, like a light turquoise, not just red. The three flames are pastel light colors. Spiritual journey, look, white is not the highest. And we explain why the blue flame is in 13D. That's a more advanced topic. It's in my time matrix video. If you go to my channel and go look down my playlist, go to my lives playlist, the first video there is the time matrix. I explain to you why the 13th dimension is the entry point, is the highest level. So, being in these spaces when most humans are not. And if it is some spiritual group like Hinduism or Buddhism, they're powerful, practitioners, but they're not connecting to these, the founder races. They don't even know the founder races or believe in them. They believe in Brahma and all these blue gods and shit. So, which are just lowly density 2. Those are density 2 ETs. The gods of Hinduism are not creators. Gods. They're not God. They are ETs. Not creator. And we're not supposed to be worshiping anything. The creator, the real Jesus, wouldn't want you worshiping him. No, thank you. No, you're God sovereign free. I'm God sovereign free, but so are you. But people will trigger to that. How dare you talk about my God? Okay? Simply looking at the records, look at what your God does and says in one creator. We're all God, but there's only one creator. And a bunch of beings pretending to be that creator. Yahweh thinks it's the creator. Brahma thinks it's the creator God of everything, of the universe, of the planet Earth, of humans. No, sorry. Goodbye. Transmute. A whole bunch of people are trying to convince us that Enki created us, or Enlil created us, or Marduk created us, or Anu created us. Nope. Transmute. Lie. Scam. Transmute. BS. Transmute New Age distortion. There's only one creator, and it doesn't have a penis. 1133. No, that is not coincidence. Average view duration says 1133. No joke. God doesn't have a vagina either. God is not a god or goddess. There's creator God, source God, God force. The one. Doesn't have gender because it doesn't have a body. It's it's beyond the boundary. Because body is a boundary. Isolation. God's not isolated. God doesn't have boundaries. God's omnipresent. God is everywhere. It's beyond male and female. That's humans who can't understand those concepts. Oh, they can, but they're being distorted. Now they can't. They don't see God not being male. And those into the cult are finding the goddess and worshiping the goddess. Or gods, goddesses, both. Who knows, right? So, those are blue-skinned, and they look like ETs because they are blue-skinned ETs. These teachings talk about several different blue-skinned ETs, including the Ayani, indigo children, including the Maharaji, including the Azurites, and many other races have blue skin. This Hindu gods aren't gods. They're not the creator. They're ETs who eat human flesh. Not all of them, but some of them are killing and eating humans. So, like Kali. They're called gods of war. Gods of war? Huh? Thank you for that, Holy One. Bless you. Thank you for those hearts. Thank you for your kindness. Machiwa. Giannis in the house, Star Sister. Thank you so much for leaving positive likes and comments on my Instagram channel. So there's a few of you guys on my Instagram too. So thank you so much for that, Giannis. And what does Giannis mean? Ascended Master. Thank you, 111 sister. So yeah, this is you guys. I just want to get lit tonight. This is just one of those things. You know, I feel it, and I just let's do it. If you guys who wants to get lit with me, put a little fire emoji in chat. I know Indigo Wizard already did. 2211 chat. Oh wow, those are cool numbers, by the way. It just ended up being 2211. It wasn't from one person. We got 2211 because that's the energy flowing through. Excuse me. Sir Madism 333, brother. Love you, Anuhazi. Sending positive vibes, amigo. Thank you, brother. And I will do better. And I know when I was shouting, I must have scared your dogs last live. I was thinking about you and your dogs after the live. I'm like, OMG, I must have scared his dogs, dude. I I love you, Sir Madism, and your dogs. Bless you, brother. Thank you so much for supporting this work. Indigo Wizard, brother, what's up, man? Oh, you changed your emoji. I mean, your thumbnail. Wow. I want to see it closer, but we'll get lit for you, Mr. Sermanism. Yana, sister, too. Kuzra. What's up, Kuzra? Distortion? Wait. Awesome space. Are you talking about a distortion in my video live? Or are you talking about in the world? Write it in the comments. If you're getting some live distortions, is anyone else experiencing that? Eddie family wants to get lit. Adam Ortiz. And I finally found out whenever we see Indigo Jamie, I kept calling his wife fiance. I didn't know it was his. I remembered from he was one of the people that did the interview with us. So we saw him and his wife on camera. I thought he introduced her as a fiance. My bad, brother. Thank you for correcting me. And you guys can correct me when I get your gender wrong or your relationship status wrong. Woohoo! All right, guys, it's in the other room. Give me 15 seconds or so. I'll grab it. All right, we got this. Woohoo! Party time! And think about that, guys. When we have a retreat and we're safe in some space together, like it sounds weird, but I'll even have security, man. I'll have security wherever our safe space is. Somebody's going to be physically watching our back. We will be using security systems. We're going to be safe. We're going to make sure we're safe when we come together. But imagine when we come together, we'll be celebrating and doing ceremony together. So, and we won't always be doing medicine. We just do it sometimes, and sometimes we just want to do it. Whoa, it's crystal clear glasses. I love it. I mean, man, I don't know about some people, but even with this type of medicine, I still get a lot of visions from it, man. A lot of connections. Of course, using intention, like TK mentioned, like I always am recommending, I put affirmation, confirmation, and prayer. Excuse me. Just like what I'm going to do with this. Like, I learned my mistake when I was not putting focus into money, because people make a big deal about that. No, we're not going to be distorted like that. I mean, the main teacher, Ashana, has no issues with money because she has no issues in the way she thinks. You know what I'm saying in life in general, None of us are perfect, but if you are using your mind to, reality is created by the beings in the higher dimension. What I'm saying is the human collective exist, their consciousness, the astral consciousness, all of us right now, we're here on earth, our bodies are, but we exist in the 4D. Our consciousness is indwelling a 3D body, is projecting into a vehicle called our body. And so it's basically you being in self-control of your own life. We are creating the reality. We're supposed to. Let me say that. We're supposed to be creating exactly what we want to experience. This is how it works. When consciousness affects our reality, then we put purposeful, intentional thoughts of what we want to experience, what our astral consciousness wants to experience in the 3D. So when you're mindful, when you're a person that is always planning what you want to manifest, then you're living an awakened life. You're not just living life happenstance or by circumstance. When I started losing everything and my money and on my house, and I was going by happenstance, by circumstance. We have to be the ones in the driver's seat of our life. It's a hologram field. This world is a hologram. Mold your hologram exactly the way we want it. You're going to see a ton of positive manifestations come out of this platform. And you guys are part of that. I mean, we're part of a group manifestation. We're creating that positive timeline to Tara. Hey, Tara, Inner Earth would be great, but let's aim higher. Let's go for, Tara, or whatever they're trying to send us to Andromeda. Because I know Tantri Ahura has different ideas, and that's fine. But we know that we want to go to a different dimension, a different reality. Whether it's Tara or Andromeda, whatever, we can agree on that it's going to be better than here. Yeah, it was so cool to kick back in Tucson with my dad and get lit together. Because my dad can talk spiritual stuff too. I want to do I should do a live. It would be beautiful to do a live. Because he's getting older and he's having health issues. So let's take care of that before, anything bad happens. Because some bad things have happened already to him. He's 75 or I think 75. My mom I can remember because I was born when she was 17. So I can always count 17 years back and know how old my mom is, right? Spiritual, because we're not talking about secular. Spiritual awakening. Imagine what a bunch of spiritual people can do with resources and money. Imagine how we can mold this planet. This new change, you guys, needs leaders like us, like you. This new change needs people who understand creation and God and unity in Christ consciousness. What kind of good stuff can come out of a Christ conscious movement? There's New Age stuff, and there's some positive stuff in New Age. That's why I'm going to get along and network with a bunch of New Agers, but they're always going to be aware of our teachings. And I'm sure some are going to come to our side. intention, mindfulness. Intention, mindfulness. Speak words. Speak intent. Speak what you want. Thank you for that. Oh, that's an old view. Okay. Take a drink. So it's smooth for smoke. I found that it helps. No coughing. Intent, intent, intent. This is your transmission hand. Your right hand is your transmission hand. According to these teachings, according to the Kathara, the right hand is transmission hand. What you, regardless if you're ambidextrous or lefty, right? As far as I know, maybe double check Kathara. I can't get anything out. I used a toothpick. Didn't I use a toothpick? I did not use a toothpick. Shit. I'm going to have to use that isopropyl alcohol tonight and clean this whole thing up. I'm getting tired of that. I didn't use a freaking toothpick. And it's blocked up because it's got buildup. Sorry, guys. I can't tilt it too far. It needs air to breathe, right? And there's 9 holes. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now it seems like some of that medicine came out, but whatever. If you notice, I was having trouble because it was still blocked a little bit. If you have to cough, let it out. But you want to go to composure. This is energy. This is like a co-creation with the spirit. Everything's alive. Everything is energy. Everything is consciousness. The entire thing is made of spirit, consciousness. So when you take this medicine, you're working with it. And it's aware. It has its own identity. You're working with it. So you can talk to it, you can thank it, celebrate. But yeah, I'm grateful to all of you guys who send me messages. Like, for example, Indigo Wizard sends me messages to check out certain things. Or you guys can send me certain messages. Hey, check out this video. Or did you know about this person? Or anything like that. Either on my Instagram direct message, Facebook direct message, or my emails listed below. I used to have Tonya do that. She kind of disappeared. But a few of you guys have written me, notices that I should check out. So, because I get so busy, I don't have I can't do a bunch of extra stuff. So you guys are part of the team. I really appreciate that. So I'm feeling it build up. It progresses. It's building up in my heart chakra and my third eye, across my head. It's going across my head. I feel a little bit on my crown right now. That'll build. Definitely on my feet. The bottom of my feet. And your perception expands. Like you think differently. You think, it almost forces you to think visually. Like if you're good at visualization, this will make you even better. Like you'll see more, greater space. It's hard to explain. It's kind of like you learn this sacred technique called the Maharic seal, and you visualize it, you see it. Remember, it's all consciousness. So when you think something, when you visualize something, you're creating something physical in some reality. At some level, it's physical for some other being. You imagine something horrific, guess what? You just made it real in the universe. It's now part of the universe. That evil that you thought. Because your thoughts are different vibrations than where you're stationed right now. Like, we're stationed in the 4D, but the thoughts come down and create realities. This reality is because of the human race is in the fourth dimension, projecting this reality. Some people, you could illustrate it like your real self is laying in a bed in meditation while it's running around in the 3D world. Like you're controlling a character. You're the player, so to speak, in a virtual reality. And you are controlling the actions, the words that this being and the thoughts this being's going to have. That's the soul. But the soul is doing it to us, but sees 12 of you at once. Wow. Some of us can't even do that with our own self. But 12 times 12? And look what happens when you take 12 times 12. Yeah, I feel good. It's like I start to feel pleasure in my whole body. And my crown is really 3 times bigger than it was just a little while ago. I feel it. Machiwa. Like usually I feel it back here. I do on this Kathara point. Have you run your Kathara points? I know Celine did for a while. You guys should learn your Kathara points. Like activate them every day, visualize them every day, not just the 15 chakra. And I do mean 15. Go all the way up the scale. Red ray, orange ray, yellow ray, green ray, blue ray, indigo ray, magenta ray. You go away, all the way up. This is sacred, man. We're going to visualize something. Let's visualize the Maharic seal. Let's visualize one of these guardian symbols. You got to visualize and memorize the fire letters. You're going to recall them in your mind. That's power. It's energy. It's frequency. In the Maharic seal, you're inside a pillar of liquid light energy. It's not, it's called liquid light. Imagine it looking like liquid mercury. like chrome liquid. Like this Terminator being in Terminator 2, the T-1000 or something, so this being was made of liquid light, but obviously it was a bad being in the movie. The character was evil, but this is a good example. You can see what a liquid light might look like. So it's a pale silver light. Pale silver, not just silver, but a paler version of silver. Pale silver light. Amakaye Masutas. Man, I just feel, even waving my head like 6 inches above my head, I still feel it, man. I feel it. So I could do light language real easy. I probably will. Most likely I'm going to do light language. Oh, wrong. Let me put this down so I don't keep grabbing these ones out of my reach. Please wipe your cheek jaw. What's wrong with my cheek jaw? I don't like touching my face if I don't have to. Is it gone? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm fine. Thank you, brother. Thanks for sharing, Indigo. Yeah, there we go. Spread those word, spread that energy, that consciousness. Yeah, Maharak Seal. Is that Lisa Ray? Is that Lisa Renee's one? I'm just curious. You're smudged. You said it. I'm smudged. If that's what you meant, I don't know. Did I wipe my face? I'll check. Well, I didn't see nothing on my face, you guys. I don't know what he's talking about, so I'm fine. I'm sitting on my crystal, though. In our shared physical reality, a long metallic stick bug emerged from her cheek. I missed the conversation on that one, right? Well, hopefully I got it. I don't see it now. But thank you guys. I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know so I don't look foolish my whole time. Yeah, when I see more than once, right? I usually don't, that doesn't happen. It's not there now, so. But yeah, you guys, spiritual awakening is happening to a small percentage of the planet, and they're experiencing changes and shifts in the way they think and the things that they believe, and they start to realize that, hey, it's possible I'm what these call a starseed or indigo. I don't feel like I'm from this world. I got some of these symptoms or signs, and there literally is signs, you guys. You will recognize something telling you. I mean, even when I was homeless in a desert, I saw signs out there. It was the nature was speaking to me. The animal life was speaking to me. I came, man. This is so symbolic. was camping by this mountain that I did see a UFO fly by, but it was before that happened. I went up to the top. I couldn't get up. It was too steep on the front side. So it took me a long ass time to hike up to around the mountain. I mean, to walk around the mountain and then find an easier way. Luckily I did. It was still steep, but not as steep. And when I get to the top, so there was this journey involved, right? And then when I get up there, I'm just checking out this weird looking sign. I was trying to read it and stuff because apparently something with the government, they put a sign up there, and I just looked for a moment to my right because I saw a motion. Dude, there's a whole family of deer just peacefully eating shrubs and stuff. And then you see a few of them, they look, right? I stay still, but it was just, I'm on top of the mountain and I find one of my spirit guides is deer. Deer is one of my spirit guides. So this is a way spirit communicates to you because of your belief. And so, I mean, they know what you will expect or what you might expect to be the real thing or a spirit. Well, you just witnessed it in your hologram. So, I don't know about you, I take these signs seriously. You start to trust these signs when they're always accurate, you know? So, since I have a background in shamanism, I know that spirit will, thank you for that, holy ones, spirit will send me spirit animal signs to communicate. Because I know if it's a deer connection, I just witnessed these deers. Hello, that's spirit from a higher dimension bringing circumstance in your life to convey a message. This is what I learned through shamanism. You can learn it anyway. I'm just saying that's how I was introduced to these concepts. So symbolism is a language. And they're using language outside the boundaries of time, outside the boundaries of even human. I mean, it's a universal thing, not just human. So it includes us, but not only. So we're multidimensional beings, man. We're spiritual badasses because we're ascended masters. You can't get more badass than that. Besides the big enchilada, the Unisci. We got levels of spirit. You don't call those holy, chosen ones. You can call them holy, sacred, highly evolved, but they're not chosen ones. So we come from those, some of us come from those levels, and we're here to assist and heal. It's like a mission. Like our purpose was to come to help because you have unfair odds. The human race has these powerful, more advanced ETs attacking you, messing with you. So your own selves, higher dimensional selves, because we fell from there. So these beings want to help us, of course. This us. We are helping us. ETs, that's us in the future. We're up there, man. Even though the church, religion wants to say you're just the sinner that could go to hell if you don't believe in their agendas. So it's dismiss. You compute law of one. You know law of one. So when someone in the 3D world is bringing you this sewage energy, this low 5 energy, you know how to transmute that stuff, that shit, right? Transmute. It doesn't affect you. You know how to machiwa. You're a Jedi. You're these awakened ones. It's been simple life here, but it won't always be so simple. You will be experiencing supernatural, unbelievable things you couldn't explain to another 3D human. How do I convey this to you unless you experience it yourself? Or until we get this technology that can record our dreams so other people can see it. That'd be awesome. Because how quickly do we forget dreams? As soon as you wake up. And what is really a dream but another reality? That, remember, you're not limited to this body. Consciousness can be outside of bodies. It normally is. What we call the morphogenetic field. And you're inside a greater planetary field, Earth's field, which herself is within a sun field. The star is part of the galactic field. You see? The galactic part of the universal field. What we call also, well, not the Guardians, but I personally call it the multiverse. Because you don't find that word in the Guardian teachings, but I'm sure that this classifies as more than one universe. Density universe 1, or holographic universe 2, holographic universe 3, 4, and 5. That's a multiverse. They're separate from each other, but can get to each other through stargates and portals, wormholes to other worlds. Through consciousness, spirit is alive, is aware, has spiritual will. You're bringing your spiritual will, manifesting existence in the 3D. You, Holy One, your soul, your angel. You're literally an angel up there. Your angel is Mochiwa. Bringing its spiritual will and creating its will here. This being, the soul, is creating this world. Spirit, you create your thoughts, create your reality. So become mindful of that. You become now the one making all the mindful decisions, not just some after, kind of like a machine, subroutine. Is there a spirit here? If this subroutines, it's just on a program until you put the awareness now. I am now. I am in the now. I am mindful. I am aware of my thought. You really have to put your mind here in thought. What is thought? I am thinking. It is a vision in my head, a picture in my head. I see thought. I visualize what I want to manifest. Think. You think in vision. Think in vision when you go into meditation. Think in vision. See with no word. Translate only in pictures your experience. So see yourself go into this world in your vision. Go to the world in your vision with your awareness, your mindfulness. You are in this world. You put yourself in this world, Holy Ones. You are the soul. You brought forth life, awareness, manifestation. Spirit makes manifest. Spirit becomes flesh. God wanted to experience all of these faces of itself, different, apparent, different lives. We're all the thoughts. We're all the one. We're combine them all. You see God. You see and communicate, you pray, you imagine, you vision the ki. Actually, let's first visualize the Christos, because that's 12D. Visualize the pure white light, a six-pointed Merkaba star. It's powerful, man. It's so, and I usually see it as big as a house or bigger. So you're levitating in lotus, this perfect meditation, surrounded by this massive six-pointed frequency, two diamond suns. I didn't mean diamond suns. I mean two pyramids, right? A upside down pyramid and a right side. You see that cone it makes when they're spinning around. Two pyramids intermingled is a star tetrahedron. Star tetrahedron. Imagine it. Have vision. Vision these Merkaba stars. You are traveling in space-time. Like instantaneously. You don't need to travel. You just jump there. Instantaneously. You're in another reality. Hey, this technology is in the secret space program. They have what's called jump rooms, or also called jump gates. No travel time, buddy. You're on planet Earth in some underground base where there's a portal. No travel time. You're on Mars. You're on the moon. You're what they call the LOC, Lunar Operations Command. Secret space programs are being exposed. Man, this is spiritual war. In the secret space program, spiritual war being manifest, played out. So you're going to have good guys up there in the secret space program. You're going to have dark bad guys too, a lot of them. And this is where Ashana talks about the Galactic Federation. This is where they're coming from. I mean, this is them, man. Not only it's a huge affair, but they're a player. And these big players are bringing this awareness, they don't want the awareness coming to the surface people. They look at you like surface people. And Ashana talks about the Galactic Fed, and they're involved in channeling, but they're also here. They're involved in channeling. They haven't done some mass landing yet, so they're still behind the scenes. And so a lot of New Agers are channeling these beings who are fallen angels. I mean, the beings that they think are good. So they present themselves as saviors, as lords. Aliens are trying to dupe you to worship them. And they worked. They created Yahweh. They created Allah. They created Odin. They created Isis. You see, they created these gods, these goddesses, these pantheons, these monotheisms, polytheisms, all these type of hybrid, all kinds of different beliefs and energies are being brought to you by this planet from other worlds with agendas not good for the human race. See, this is part of your spiritual awakening. It's in the Guardian teachings that the Galactic Federation is the bad guys. They've effed with us for thousands of years, not just now in New Age. Okay, they've been coming in since the Bible days and before that. Sumeria, they've been coming here, and so are we having some problem? Yeah, the movie They Live is a good example, right? Crystal Cat. Bless all of you guys coming on in. Thank you guys for being here. Glide in the house. What's up, you guys? Hillary Ann in the house. Thank you guys for being here. And I know it's getting close to finishing, but we'll go for like 10 more minutes, you guys. 10 more minutes, if you want. Don't mind. Hang in with us. We also be here Saturday, and I might go to Drum Circle this weekend. I'm not sure, but anything's possible. But these ideas I introduced to you about, the channel and the platform, the network growing, we're going to grow, guys, and we're going to thrive. Through all of our techniques that we're becoming aware of, we're going to use that to thrive in whatever happens in the planet. Right? Don't you agree? Whatever happens. We don't need to live in fear. We're going to grow strong together. We're meant to unify. We're meant to work as a team. There are going to always be people trying to break us apart or put us down or get rid of us. But we don't live in fear, and we can stand in our convictions, stand in our light. There's the guardian alliance going to protect your ass. You got some powerful beings watching out for us. You better believe that. Doesn't mean we're protected 100%. We can put our own selves, but there's only so much they can do besides physically appearing and doing something. So, yeah, but they're outside of time space like we think. They can see things in the future and see the our time period affecting their time period, or how the different timelines affect each other, because we are intimately connected. Everything's connected, and it's all energy circuits. You can follow the energy and like you're gonna have a destination. You just follow certain energy currents to your destination. We can remote view. We can see into the future, see into the past. We can see a memory of a past of one of our other incarnations. We can see other spirits, other beings, other realities that are much more evolved than this one. I mean, I see regular life and thinking just being so boring. How could you guys? How do you do it? If you don't see spirit. I mean, the greater things. I mean, God is great. The reality is great. There's so much more to wonderful things. We're going to thrive. I want to thrive, and always. Not just money, but also in our health. We're going to become awesome healers, and naturally, organically, you're going to be guided towards immortality. You're going to learn the science, the spiritual science behind immortality. When guardians come together, man, and they thrive, they don't have to be powerless or sheep or poor. We're gonna thrive. We're gonna be safe and protected, and we're gonna be developing spiritual science research. We're gonna be helping heal the earth, heal humans, heal. Okay. We're healers. We're supposed to be healing and making things better here, because there's a lot of karma here. Some people are incarnating now because of that reason. And I know there's a bunch of people out there who don't believe in karma, whatever. That's a huge lesson that you will eventually have to go through. Karma, not just personal karma, there's also race karma. If you realize it, if you think about it, right? We were the Atlanteans because of our third strand. We were the Lemurians because of the second strand. So part of ourselves try to kill ourselves. Because the third dimensional, it makes more sense when you say the 3-strand Atlanteans, they had an advantage over the 2-strand Lemurians. So, but of course there's in-between strands and sub-strands of whatever level each individual is at, because some are going to say at a certain pace of ascension, others might be going real fast. Depending on if you're already from those higher levels, you're going to go through this reality really easily. This is like child's play for you. Give me a better challenge, right? Machiwa. Or maybe you say, no, thank you. I'm done here. I want to move on. I'm ready to go to my new body. I'm ready to go to the higher dimension where it's highly science fiction. You can cure cancers. You're not dealing with health issues. You're immortal. What is that like? Because when you're here, you would say, I wouldn't want to live forever down here. That's why you would say, I would live forever in a heavenly place, like a wonderful, blessed place, fun place, where I have perfect health and lifespan. I can fly, I can teleport, I can transmigrate to another dimension. Your life is not boring. You're this spiritual avatar badass, and you can just, not just go somewhere, split yourself into many identities, and they're all going somewhere and doing things, and it's all coming back to you. You're getting that awareness of all these lifetimes. That's the soul. We all have a soul who can do that. See all together, all 12 lives. Boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl. There's 6 pairs. That makes 12. So we're a tribe of 12. Just because you change your gender doesn't mean that... I don't know why this is happening. Sorry, guys. All right. But yeah, this is just something we get from years of programming. And we just want some difference this time. We want to succeed this time. Whoa. And we know we're losing some of our brothers and sisters. Some of them are going to fall into Phantom Earth. Not everyone's being responsible for their spiritual awakening, their spiritual ascension, their spiritual evolution. They're not being responsible for their spiritual evolution. And it's so freaking crazy that people are following Phantom. Even if you were used to live there, it seems like ages ago, when I was, life sucked when I was not awake. Life sucked when I still was just having ideas and beliefs and passions for the 3D life. I didn't see into the spiritual life. I used to, when I was at that level, down there, I mocked spiritual things when I should have been doing the opposite. Reverent respect to the spirit, to spirituality, spiritual life, spiritual existence. But, we're kids. Our families are distorted. Our life, a lot of our experiences distorted. Then we got programming in church, brainwashing, programming in government. Even our own parents were sort of programming. Hopefully, you can go find yourself in the space of mindfulness. You can stop all of those rambling thoughts. You can become still. Say to yourself, or just think, I hear nothing. You just see stillness and nothing. Like a blank, blurry, or just can't see any detail of anything. It's just a void, maybe all black even, or all white, totally white. Like you would want something to appear, right? Not some blank field. It's blank. Why is reality blank? I love you, Vato Locos of Spirit. Those of you who are on... Oh, wait a second. Do we get some... Yeah, I should say that, you guys. Please support this work, you guys. Thank you so much for, hanging with me. If you like this type of videos, and some of the videos I'm releasing, like 2 a day for now, please support this work, you guys, because I work all day long for you and all night. Not all night, but because I have to eat and watch some relax. I just watched the last Dune prophecy, which is about it's a offshoot. It's an offshoot of Dune, but still part of the Dune universe, where the Bene Gesserits were first coming into power. Or their organization was first becoming, and it's only 4 episodes, so you have to wait for one episode per week. But if you haven't started on Dune yet, please do so, and let me know what you think, because I love that series, man. I mean, I love the original. David Lynch made that original film, but I didn't know it. But I didn't know there was a bunch of books behind the movie, like a series of books, and even after the original owner died, his son started writing sequels to it. So it's got a big universe now. So they can come out with a whole bunch of movies or shows based on this Dune universe. This is really cool. I like the whole thing with the spice. And it's like you're these class of psychics or Jedi or, something like this. Like a priestcraft, a magi. They call us magi kings, priest kings. So I'm excited, man. We don't have to think about doomsday. We don't have to live our whole, to me, I believe that's partially a program. Even if some dark shit happens, we're not meant to be living in fear and making all these bad choices based on that fear. That's why, plus we lose our power when we're in fear. And you're like a deer in the headlights. You can't act. You can't protect yourself. You're in fear and it's controlling you. So we're not meant to be living in fear. We're not lambs. We're not supposed to let people abuse you. You have a right to protect yourself, you guys. And you are holy ones. You don't need some twisted, dark energy to molest you, mess with you. You don't allow it. You find protection. You find, people seek out certain energies to help them if they feel vulnerable. I think that's why some people get into magic. Like it's an extra power to help them get what they want. But it kind of for some people, it's a trap because they become selfish and egocentric. It's a low consciousness. You're capping yourself. your opportunity. You're limiting yourself to a 3D ego. You need to be able to go beyond the 3D ego. Because right now, it's controlling a lot of people. They're egocentric. They make decisions based on the ego's desires, not the true spirit, the true you. You got this ego. The ego, your ego is running the show. See what I'm saying? There's positive ego. You heal the bad ego, the negative ego. I love you guys. Bless all of you for hanging with us. We're the Christos Avatar Cruise. Celine, Star Sister. Wait a second. We have Eddie family, Blessed Eddie family, Stardust Goddess. We have 999, 555. Thank you, sisters. Ladies stepping forward. Stephen Oswald stepping upwards. Thank you, Celine. Bless you, sister. You're awesome. Much needed, you guys. And I can't wait to have these mutual financial cooperative investments together. Like, it doesn't even have to be big money, but first of all, I have to research and make sure I'm doing everything legal. I mean, not against YouTube's rules, I mean. Like, maybe they don't allow certain things to talk about on this channel. We would have to take it to BitChute or Telegram. If they don't. So, which is understandable because people can make these public social media type of investment scams. It's not going to be nothing like that. It'll be definitely, transparent. Like, I'll keep all the records. You'll see all the pictures. You'll see if you need, like, all the corporation documents. It's not even hard to do that. I mean, anybody can go look for Christos Avatar Corporation. And so, but yeah, this is, I think, people doing something in real life, on the ground, real life, organizing, coming together. It's powerful, it's profound, and we're not just meant to come here and theorize, philosophize. We're actually meant to get our hands involved, to get ourselves literally doing things together as groups, loving, compassionate groups. We can still use internet and computers to communicate from long distance. We can do stuff to really, I mean, I'm probably going to create some type of group meetings, and then we can all start coming in together for real. I want to see, I mean, because I know a lot of you guys have some brilliant ideas and thoughts, and it's our community. It's our resource. I'm just simply want to spark it, but we're all part of it. So, and we endeavor for all to benefit equally. This is why I love the idea of spiritual finances, spiritual financing, and that's another thing. The company, the organization can develop its own credit. It's its own legal identity. It's what you do with the identity compared to what someone else's agenda would do with their identity. Because you might think corporations are just evil and money's evil, but we have to use both. There's going to be both. But what is a Christic being going to do with the corporation? You know, if you're all part of this spiritual movement, you're part of this spiritual corporation, it's going to be financially, mutually a real legitimate corporation that has stock, some type of, that's the metric for sharing the wealth, basically. So I think that's incredible. That's like a round table. That's a freaking round table. And board meetings, online board meetings, face-to-face Zoom cameras, on Zoom meeting or something. We're going to take our gifts. We're going to take our creativity. We're creating a movement. Okay? Unity consciousness, Christ consciousness movement. It involves positive guardian angelic ETs serving the original intention of God. We recognize our angelic roots. We are the Terahertz angelic human race. We're meant to be guardians of the multiverse. The Azarites are passing the baton to the angelic humans. We're meant to, if you're taking the Azarites' place, they're the old guard who want to move on. I remember myself as an Azarite. Ashiana does too. And I've seen her up there in some type of, I don't know what you call it, where they create children. Where they create bodies for these spirits. I saw myself as a baby Azarite. I heard the sound it made. I saw the body grow into adulthood. But I was in some type of hatchery. It was freaking crazy. Something bird-like. Not only bird-like, but it was like bird-like. Like dragon, like the size of a large dragon, but it's the large bird creature. Not only bird though. It reminds me of an Azarite. So, when I had the dream, I wrote all the notes down and I tried to figure out the closest race would be the Azarites. And I still have yet to make an Azarite video, like the artwork. So hopefully after the New Year's, because I still, in the lineup, I have the Pegasi video. And I've already done some of the animation. I just got to have free time to finish these other first ones. Because, I got to finish I finished the long version, but I want to get through some of the Secret Space program, then go to the Metatron video. I already recorded it. I just got to edit it now. So I just got to do this in order, though. If I don't have some type of order, I'll never get anything done. So this is what I'm saying, you guys. Christos Avatar will be a serious organization. It will be staffed. There will be an office. We will be international, helping people through the Christic way, through the Emerald Order way, the Unity way. Like, think galactic, think ETs, think huge. Because we're bringing in huge consciousness, huge imaginations, huge visualizations, huge manifestations. We're a collective. We're a huge ancient race, advanced, evolved race, bringing our light to this planet, bringing ourselves, our consciousness down here to Earth. So, I love you. Thank you guys for hanging with us. Thank you to all my members. I probably even missed another donation. Stephen Oswald, brother. Wow. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Angel Light 888. Woohoo! Gratitude for your light and service, Christos Avatar. And we're all Christos Avatars. My name's Anuhazi. I'm also known as Thavian. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Thank you, Angel Light 888. Bless you, sister. Spiritual ascension. Big hugs. Thank you, omni-loved holy ones. You said it. We're all holy ones. Don't let anyone tell you differently. Even though we're not perfect and we have grumpy days maybe, or stressful days, or you burst in some little bit of anger. I love you guys. We're the Christos crew. We're the Voyagers, man. I'm a Voyager. You're a Voyager. You don't need to get smoke. It's just a group community ritual. I mean, those who want to participate or can. This is my last sip. Perfect timing, because I'm ready to, because I don't eat all day. I just eat one meal if it's not alive, of course I do it not in the evening. I do it like around 4:30. I could even do earlier, but I'm used to finishing videos by then. And then, but on a day like today, I didn't get a chance to eat earlier, so. But everything is good, you guys. Even if we have problems in our life, we know we have the power to transmute all issues. We're human. We know what it sucks to be human sometimes. We know, like, it's not fun always. We all have some sort of suffering maybe. So we can relate to each other's problems. We want all of us to be healthy. We want everyone to be free, to feel like they're God's sovereign free, to have the opportunity to believe whatever they want without judgment. Cleanse this judgment in the world, cleanse the wars, purify this dark energy. As a group, a powerful starseed group, indigo child group. Come on, homies. Come on, guardians. We're the guardian races. Many different races. Pleiadians, Syrians, Lyrans, Anuhazi. All of you guys. You're part of some tribe. I'm part of a tribe. You're part of a tribe. We're part of a bigger together made a tribe. At the end of the day, we're all a tribe. We're this big giant part of God awakening itself on planet Earth. It's about time we had Christos present here. What's up, Christos? Spiritual G's. Christos Gangstas. What's up? Christos Gangsta, I love you unconditionally. Omni Christos love, homies. Thankfully, I have a bottle of water. Now, I'll show this on the screen so we can sing this together. Okay? Let me pull it up real quick. Won't take me too long. It's right here. Machiwa Makaya. You feel good? I feel good. Do you feel positive? Do you feel you got a little piece of enlightenment? I hope I've awakened you a little bit. Some of you say I helped in that. Thank the Guardians. Thank the Guardian Alliance. Thank Gashiana. She started it. We're finding our Christos, our inner Christ. We're finding our God spark within. Find it and spread it. Spread the love. We're not stingy. We're about sharing, not taking, but sharing. Hello, brothers and sisters all over the world. Different languages, different ages, different backgrounds. I love you so much. Peace to you. Let's come together again soon on our Saturday together. Namaste. Reverent respect to the Christos, to all. Have lucid dreams, you guys. Love yourself, love others. Give me 5. Yeah. Indigos. Emerald Covenant for life. Oh, we didn't do it yet. Well, I'm saying goodbye. I'm sorry. I had to organize all my files and At least I found the file, the folder. Here we go. All right, so I got it on the screen. Let me say this. I just wanted to share it so we can do it together. Now that's a sacred symbol to meditate on, the Akasha. Akasha. The a etra inya a. Shaddai uri akumtun. Shaddai. We say it 3 times, okay? You can see that holy wands. I just need a drink of water real quick. And then we can do it proper like. Okay. Shaddai Ure Akumtan. Shaddai Ure Akumtan. Shaddai Ure Akumtan. That felt good, man. That felt good, baby. What's up? You guys are so beautiful to me. Starseed family, spiritual family. Yeah, bear hug. Big bear hug. Thank you to all my members. Thank you to all the people who helped tonight. Bless you, because I definitely need it. I'm so thankful to all of your presence. Thank you for holding space with God. Machiwa, Unisai, Kundere, Cutershay. And that's how we roll, baby. Yeah. In stream. I'm sorry.